Hello, lovelies, and welcome to another edition of Hold My Coffee 2021. In our 10 book and 12-month quest, we are now at book number 8. Ghost with Ink went live this morning, hard copy and ebook. I have pretty good on the pre-sales. A few arcs that are out for reviews, and we will see how this one goes. I have iced coffee today because it's 95. Yay, summer. My sarcasm font doesn't work in my voice. Anyway, I wanted to thank everybody who bought copies of Tarnished Stars, my kind of panic April release, and everyone who has bought copies of The Flame Burning Within. It is doing okay. There was some formatting issues that I had to fix. So if you downloaded it, you can re-download it and get the fix. I don't know what happened. I have a little excerpt to read for you today from Ghost with Ink, and we will get straight to chapter 4. Annie woke suddenly from her sleep. The ground was rumbling as DJ burst in the door. Earthquake! Move it, Annie! She scrambled out of bed in just shorts and a tank top, grabbed her go-bag, and bolted after him. Standing outside, she shivered in the cool night. Everything was vibrating, but Annie's mind screamed at her that something was wrong with the seismic waves of this quake. "Shut up!" she shouted at everyone around her as she dropped to her knees and pressed her cupped hands against the packed clay ground. "Annie?" DJ was started as the generators brought the outdoor lights back up. "Shh!" She shushed him. The sound and vibration faded faster than she could confirm she recognized it. Jumping up, she demanded, "I need to see the seismograph of that quake now." "Calm down, lass." Mick was the assistant director of the facility. "We get little shakes like this all the time. The drought is drying out the aquifer and the rock settles." Shaking her head, Annie stared at him like he was crazy. "That wasn't an earthquake, not a normal one." Derek looked at her, his brows furrowed in worry. "What did you hear, Annie?" "Pandora." DJ pointed at the horizon. "Is that a fire?" Then he swore. Suddenly, everyone was running as the wind carried the first gust of smoke across the research facility. "Get the water tankers to the planes," Derek roared at them. He turned to see Annie pulling on a pair of hiking boots and a flannel shirt. "I guess I'm teaching you to do water drops real time." Annie scowled, her Texas twang showing. "Well, they say people learn better on the job." DJ looked back and forth between them. They both had that same crazy or determined look in their eyes that they got the first day the Bigelows met Annie, and they flew away to escape omni-energy mercenaries after Pandora. He groaned under his breath. "Crap, here we go again." But they didn't hear him. Annie and Derek were already sprinting toward their planes. 2 nights later, Annie staggered into the Quonset hut they were using at the new Fireline's base of operations. The array and the telescopes had been saved, but the fires rushed onward toward the lake and the towns around it. 1,000 people fled the inferno and new fires were popping up. The only proof the fires were connected was a small earthquake immediately before each new fire appeared. Brenna and Byron Marshland were flown in by DJ. Looking at the note in her email, she scowled. The twin scientists were able to confirm the earthquakes were not natural seismic shifting of a shrinking aquifer, but induced by a Pandora device. Annie, you're back. Brenna hugged her, then dragged her away from her bed. Brenna, I gotta sleep, Annie complained. I've been flying for 16 hours. Not yet, Brenna insisted. Her brother was waiting at the door of the women's dorm. One of the evacuees from the last fire took this picture. Is this what an Eloh flyer looks like? Byron demanded. Annie swallowed and nodded as she examined the image. Byron and Brenna spoke in their twin-speak gibberish so fast Annie only caught a few words. The two had their own language, as often happened with infant twins, but they had never grown out of using it. We know what's going on, Brenna spoke first. We know how the fires are started, Byron added. The Eloh are mining using Pandora, Brenna insisted. The harmonic resonance of the quake proves it is being used underground, Byron announced. They are melting the rock to get the minerals or metal, Brenna revealed, and causing superheated air to be forced to the surface, Byron concluded. Annie stared between them. She just wanted to go to sleep, but she wasn't going to get any tonight. Looking at the image of the Eloh flyer on Byron's tablet, she groaned. Get Derek and DJ and send this data to General Fenton's task force. I need a map of the quakes. We need to get ahead of them. There's one more thing, Brenna said quietly. What? Annie demanded. The melt mining has caused detectable poisonings of all wells of the smaller aquifers. If it isn't stopped, or if they crack the big aquifer, all the water for thousands of kilometers radius will be too toxic to purify with our current technology, Byron finished with unemotional certainty. Excuse me? All of the interior freshwater? Annie listened as Byron and Brenna Marshland told her the water supply of the entire interior of Australia was at risk and tried not to freak out. Byron answered, with the interconnected nature of the aquifers, the entire continent's water supply would be tainted within a few years. Brenna frowned, then said, We'll set up the data. Have a good sleep. Sweet dreams. Annie stared after them as they walked away, back to the air operations rooms. Then she walked to the air operations room. Several of the firefighters greeted her or offered to bring her coffee, which she politely declined. During the day, while she waited for her tanker to be filled, there was always 1 or 10 offering her a cold beverage, much to DJ's unhappiness. He took a protective older brother role, much like Byron maintained with Brenna, because Brenna and Annie were the two youngest females near the fire line. Derek Sr. was standing in front of a map. Did you talk to Byron and Brenna? They found me, told me, then wished me sweet dreams. Like anyone would be able to sleep after being told the water supply of a continent was at risk. Annie eyed the fire lines on the map. We need to get ahead of these thieves or catch them in the act, Derek scowled. I asked the twins to help, Annie said. I ordered a map of the ore veins. to overlay the chart of the earthquake's origins. I need to figure out what they're after. We can't do anything tonight, Fire Pixie. Derek yawned. Then Annie did too. Don't do that. It's more contagious than flu. And I'm not any more a pixie than you're a giant, Annie teased, and Derek laughed. Both turned to look toward the window as a helicopter flew over. That DJ? He's bringing in the slurry supplies and smoke jumpers, Derek revealed. Try to sleep. We have a full day of slurry drops around 3 small towns. What about you? You need sleep too? Annie raised an eyebrow. Derek smirked. I've had more sleep than you. My turn for an all-nighter. Get some sleep, Miss Doolittle. He called her by her alias because the fire boss walked up. And that's the second half of chapter 4. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for supporting my scribbles. I will be putting a piece in the June Pride and Prejudice Pride Month Anthology that is being hosted by Charlie Dorsett. You can see the link to his channel below. And I hope that you have a very lovely day. I hope you have a nice upcoming weekend. And if you're in the winter zone, I hope you're someplace warm. If you're in the summer zone, I hope you can get an iced coffee too. Be blessed. I almost forgot. I am going to be on Barrett Laurie's Critic Writer stream tonight at 4 p.m. and reading an excerpt from The Wild Anemone, which will be publishing with Edit Tingle Indie House sometime this summer. And I am thinking about starting to prep my books for Audible, but there's some things going on there, and so I may just be reading them and putting them onto YouTube. If that is something that you would like or be interested in, please comment. Have a lovely day.